Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions. Thank you again so much for our time together. I'm going to have a great time with you in all the services today, all three campuses, as we go back to decisions that create disasters. Understanding what exactly happened that caused all the pain and suffering in Paul's life. God knew this was going to happen, but now we're going to study how did it happen? What were the events that brought Paul into a situation where years of his life were spent in jail? It's a fascinating study. Right now, let's go back to 1 Timothy chapter 5. And I want to look at a thing that people don't like to talk about today. Verse 11, as for younger widows, do not put them on such a list, for when their sensual desires overcome their dedication to Christ, they want to marry. For when their sensual desires, their desires for sex, overcome their dedication for Christ. Now, brothers and sisters, that as a concept is phenomenal. Sexual desire is such a powerful force in a human soul that it can overcome your dedication to Christ. Let me say that again. Sexual desire is such a powerful force that it can overcome even your dedication for Christ. Let me read it to you again. Do not put them on such a list, for when their sensual desires overcome their dedication to Christ, they want to marry. Now, I'm just bringing out that one little central truth. Understanding the power of sexual desire in the human soul. Now, brothers and sisters, when I was a young man, I asked my grandpa, how can you stay clean? How can you stay clean and not get yourself in trouble? And Grandpa said, well, you have to learn the Joseph principle. Well, you had to understand, when I first got saved, I didn't grow up in church. I didn't know the Bible. I had no idea what the Joseph principle was. But it can be summed up in one word: run. When Joseph was offered the opportunity for sex with Potiphar's wife, he ran. Now, young men and young women, the only way I know to tell you to stay out of trouble is when that sexual desire starts growing within you, run away from the opportunity. Just get up and run out of the house. Get up and run out of the room. Don't let that thing grow in you. Don't feed it with pornography online. Don't feed it with opportunities. Don't sit in an opportunity where it can happen, because it will. If you sit there and let it grow, it will actually grow until it overcomes, it overwhelms, it overstrengthens. It outstrengthens is a better way to say it. Your dedication to Christ. Let's live clean. Learn to run.